No, what are you doing?
Hey everybody.
Hey everyone! Welcome to Wednesday night OWCP Chats with Chris and Gini. We're back.
I don't have that kind of energy.
We're back, people. We're back.
We're back for a couple of days and then I'm gone again.
So, just to let you guys know, we're not 100% sure if we'll make it on time back home next Wednesday. We are traveling for personal stuff. So, but more than likely we will.
No, we'll be back in time.
Yeah, that's what I said. But just in case, I'm letting everybody know. Anyway, let's see what we got going on here. All right. We got a lot of new people this week. 154 new followers.
Welcome.
We'd like to say welcome.
That's awesome.
We do this every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do not delete videos. We have videos on there from since 2006. I think it was February 2016, actually.
Yep.
That are on there. So we're excited about that. So here we go. We are streaming on social media platforms. Facebook, we're on Breaking OWCP, Federal Injury Centers, Wednesday night OWCP Chats, Chris Helms, Sarojini Helms. Then we have YouTube. We have Instagram, Wednesday night OWCP Chats. Instagram, how are you? Over there. We have Breaking OWCP TikTok. Hello, everybody. And what else? Oh, and LinkedIn. My LinkedIn, it says Gini Helms Wednesday night OWCP Chats. So you can find us anywhere. So don't forget to tell your friends to hop on or tag them in the comment or go share this video. We want you guys to share. So let's see. The whole 8 of you are on. What do we got on here? Amy from Federal Injury Centers of Ohio is on. Everybody, if you're in the Columbus area of Ohio, give Amy a call. She'll get you in. They're getting claims accepted,
Oh, they're
guys.
killing it. Yeah,
Getting claims accepted.
that Columbus, Ohio office, I may be the most proud of that office of any of them. It's just, they're doing such a fantastic job of getting the claims accepted. I just looked and 86% of their claims are approved. The other, 14% are in progress. But the more significant thing is if there's anything more significant than approved claims. Okay, maybe not more significant. But in my opinion, equally significant is that same percentage, 86% of those of their patients are also back to work at some level. And that's a big deal because, when I'm teaching at union conventions, I tell everybody the surest way to get paid is to clock in. And this office, Dr. Brooks' office with Amy in Columbus, they get patients back to work at an 86% rate. I think that's beautiful because that means that you're not struggling to get paid. Too many people struggle to get paid. They want LWOP, they got to jump through hoops to get paid. And so our goal is to get everyone back to work at least at limited duty so that you can go to work and clock in. So it's not just 86% approved, but also 86% people back to work getting paid. And that's huge. So tell your friends. One of the big reasons I think people don't want to file claims is that they've got this idea that just means they're going to be out of work. And I know how you all think. You don't want to put your coworkers at a disadvantage, at work. And you don't want to be harassed by, your jerk managers either, which happens. So, we're aware of that. Not to mention, like I said, the surest way to get paid is to clock in. So anyways, I'm glad that the Columbus office was on, because they are the shining example of how we want all Federal Injury Centers offices to operate. So great job to them.
For some odd reason, it says we have 4,500 views right now, which I think
that's awesome.
Doesn't seem right, but that is awesome. Anyway, tonight, everybody, we are going to be. Now my phone froze. It just never fails with my phone. With my phone issues, getting a new phone. We're going to be going over Q&A.
Question
you
and
ask,
yeah.
We answer. So get all your questions. Tell your friends. Share to your group pages. Share to your pages. All of your coworkers need help. They need help. They need help. So share, and share. While Chris does a little bit of housekeeping, I'm going to go ahead and start sharing since we really don't have a topic.
Specific.
Yes.
Yeah.
Word.
By the way, if you see me looking up, that's funny because I can see myself up there. We have a monitor up here, so I can see the comments. She's looking at comments. Obviously, she's going to read the questions. I'm going to answer them, but I can see a lot of the stuff that's happening too. So I'll look up at it. Yeah. So we took a vacation. We went to Antigua. They call it Antigua. If you've ever been, it was at Sandals. It was beautiful. But we travel so much, training, going to our franchise offices. We took a couple of days for our anniversary and went to Antigua, and it was spectacular. Everybody should go if you can. Prior to that, we were in Dallas for a week at the Bureau of Prisons National Convention, and had so much fun. I mean, we made tons of friends with these federal prison employees. And I always say this, if you want to have a great time, go to a BOP event. You will have the time of your life. And there's one coming up, right, in Ocala. They're doing their cookout.
It's going to be October 18th.
October.
Mr. Rojas is running for something else too for the city.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing that. While we were in Dallas, we were invited to several places to come out and do OWCP training. So we're really excited to be able to do that. And we've got a training coming up for APWU, right, as well?
Yeah, for Florida APWU, their fall booster, it's going to be September 20th through the 23rd, something like that. I know Victor's going to hop on here and he's probably going to say it. We got what is that?
Cleveland.
Oh, it's Andrew. It's Kevin. Kevin, the case manager from Federal Injury Centers of Cleveland.
We got Ohio in the house tonight. We had Columbus earlier. Now we got Cleveland. What's going on, Kevin? So if you're in Ohio, those are the two locations we've got right now. And we are working to expand throughout the country. But if you want a claim accepted, that's where you go. And check it out. So Keith Glasser's on. He's a physical therapist. And he's our newest franchisee in Portland, Oregon. Everyone say hi to Keith.
Yes.
He's got his medical doctor and the rest of his staff in place. And so today I was on the phone with him for about an hour and 15 minutes, or actually on a Zoom. So if you're in Portland or in Oregon, unfortunately, the only office you have is Keith's office. So check him out. But his phone number is there and his address is there. Keith, thanks for jumping on. I really appreciate that. He's new, but he's fired up, excited, and that's awesome. So we're really glad to have Portland represented now at Federal Injury Centers. The West Coast is really, really struggling, and we're doing what we can to get that going.
Yeah, those of you that, if you're in Seattle area and you need to take the ferry, I know it's hard just to take a ferry to get across the river, but at least there's two places to go now. You got Portland and you got Bremerton, Washington. Yeah. So a shout out to all of our BOP friends in Seattle.
Now tomorrow we're heading over to Clearwater Beach. So we just got to drive like 40 minutes away. And we have our top offices that are coming together for what we call a mastermind session. And we're going to have them essentially coaching each other, because in all ways we want to do a better job for you. So we're bringing all of our top folks in and saying, hey, look, share, and so they're going to share all their big ideas and the things that are going well for them. So we'll be doing that over the next few days, and then we'll come back, and then we get to take a day, or it'll be a 3-day trip, but we're going to go see my dad in Jacksonville, and my dad just got a fishing boat, and I'm going fishing. I like going fishing. We're actually going to go fishing with the docks this weekend as well, so I'm going to get a couple of fishing trips in before I go to Oklahoma City and go on another hunting trip. So, but that, believe it or not, it's actually a work trip. It's business. I'm going to be there with a bunch of doctors. Last time I was there, I was able to get some of them interested. I think we're going to be bringing on 4 or 5 doctors from Black Diamond Club, and we're really excited about them. They're in areas where we don't have offices. So along the way, we're still recruiting for new locations as well. And that's going to be a big deal. Just like we got Portland now, we're going to have, I think, St. Louis, Green Bay, Little Rock, Arkansas is a real good chance, and another place in Illinois. So those are the ones that come to mind. So we're really excited about having these top folks coming in, because the doctors we're recruiting are just top level folks, and are going to do a great job for you guys.
I'm laughing because Victor said vacation, and Sarojini said we are going to be disconnected from social media. I'll tell
Yeah,
you
that
guys
never
something. I felt so bad that people were messaging me, and even though I was on vacation, I still had a great time. I just felt so bad, and I needed to answer questions. But
So
the
while I was
minute
sleeping, she did.
while Chris was laying in bed or in the pool, I was like, "Hey, I have a question," and that didn't work out so well. But I beat him in playing pool.
Anybody can beat me playing pool.
Beat who?
Me.
Oh.
Anybody can. Look, what was I saying that night? That your game is as bad as my losses?
Yes.
Like, it just didn't make any sense. It was just like a comedy of errors. If you want to make some money, play some pool.
All right, I still have a few more places to share from my personal page. So I'm gonna have Chris go ahead and read some of these questions. There was some above it before, if you can scroll up.
Yeah.
So let me get these shared. And so tonight we're doing Q&A, guys. You ask, we answer. Get your questions ready. Tell your friends, share, and share some more. Those of you that are on TikTok, welcome in. Those of you that are on Instagram, welcome in. On LinkedIn and YouTube, welcome in. So those are all the places you guys can find us on social media. So you cannot say you cannot find us.
I mean, you can say it, but it's not real.
Yeah, because it's cute, because sometimes, I told Chris last night, somebody messaged me on the Wednesday night chats page and says, how do I get to Wednesday night chats? And I wanted to say that what is that? The Chris D'Elia thing?
He said, you're there already.
You're there already.
You're here.
The reason why you guys are not finding it and you don't see the notifications, you gotta click follow. If you don't click the follow button, you won't see any of our posts and you won't get any of our notifications. So please click the follow button. And a lot of you got invited because you just kind of jump on. You gotta accept it and you gotta click follow. I thought I was gonna end the year with 20,000 followers, but I need you guys to help. So while I share, Chris will go ahead and read the first couple questions that we had.
All right, so Tamara said, if I have a paid claim, I no longer work for USPS. Do I have an option to request a settlement if I choose not to do any more treatment? And the answer is no. The only settlement you have available to you is called a schedule award, and that depends on your injured body part. If it's the spine, it's very likely not going to be covered unless it causes symptoms into your arms and legs. The settlement you get by law is called a schedule award. And that's it. Sorry, I wish I had a better answer for you.
Give him a minute. He can't read and then answer.
Okay, here's the next one. Good evening. I drive almost 200 miles to go to one of your offices. If I have two cases and one has been accepted, can I claim half the mileage now and the other half when the other case gets accepted? Well, now you're just being reasonable and using common sense, but the answer is still no. They will only pay you for up to 100 miles round trip, not 101. I recommend calling your claims examiner and explaining it, but your claims examiner is just going to say, find a doctor closer. And then you're going to say, but there's not one. And the claims examiner is going to say, we'll go to the provider search tool we have at OWCP. And you're going to say, that tool sucks. Those doctors can't spell DOL. And that's how that's going to go.
They can't?
Not usually, not on that list. Except for us. I mean, we're on the list too. We can spell it pretty good. Kim says, can I retire from the post office and still receive my comp every month? When you retire, you cannot receive payment as if you were going to be at work anymore. No. Because, that's retirement. But as long as you're still employed and not retired and you're out of work, you can receive compensation while you're out of work. That's those are 3 questions I haven't gotten before, actually. So I like those questions. Yeah. What else you got? Anything?
I'm still sharing.
All right, so
sharing is caring.
This is question and answer time. And so what we like to do is have you come on, whatever problems you're dealing with, you ask us a question, and we will, and you're welcome, Kim, we will answer the question. You should not have that problem again tomorrow. Now, I'm not going to be that entertaining if you don't ask questions, so, because I'm just not. So what do y'all have? Nothing.
Wow.
This is a really lively bunch tonight. Has everyone hit the share button? Just know this, you've got a friend at work who wishes they knew that we're doing this. And every single week we get several people that says, I wish I would have known you back when I had the injury. And you don't want your friends to be that. You don't want them to say, I wish I would have known you then. So let them know that we're here doing this. It's a huge help to people to be able to solve their OWCP problems, because people are so confused, but they're frustrated. And a lot of people, and some of you may have felt this way before, a lot of people feel hopeless. And that's something that we're able to, to solve. It's a problem we can solve.
You know what you can talk about? I got, I'm not gonna say where and who. Well, we got like 15 messages in the last 3 days talking about they have to leave a clinic that they can no longer go to. So I said, well, here's our website and, find the locations.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about this one actually. So there's an office, and I believe it was in Memphis. Whatever, I'm not gonna say the name of the office. Nobody's suing me. But there was an office in Memphis, not associated with federal injury centers.
We have no clue who they are.
Listen what I'm telling you, not associated with federal injury centers.
Not associated.
But we got like 15 messages over the last 3 days saying that office got busted by the feds, which happens, okay? And I know what happens. Let me tell you why I know. Because I've got this compliance manual over here, and the first chapter in the compliance manual is Department of Justice enforcement. And I make all of our franchisees read that, and I say they get to. It is actually pretty juicy reading. But what we do is we say, look, read what other people did that landed their butts in jail. Because we don't do that stuff. We are so big on compliance. And when I hear of other practices getting busted by the feds, I just think, whatever they did wrong was probably a violation of common sense on top of everything else, which is really, really sad.
And this is only hearsay.
It is, and that's why I'm not telling you.
We don't know if it's true or not. This is what.
Because I haven't been able to confirm it yet, but I can tell you this: I've known of lots of practices in the past that did, legitimately get busted and taken down, and it's just ridiculous. And when I'm teaching you guys at your union conventions, the thing I tell you is like, there's only really one rule for you that could get you in a lot of trouble, and that's the one that says don't lie. Just be truthful. And so you're going to be fine. There's somebody out there a while back that said, well, be careful because you don't want to get caught up in whatever legal problems your doctor has. Well, you can't, okay? You tell the truth, you're fine. But a lot of these doctors are just idiots, just dumb, greedy people. And, I don't have any tolerance for the greedy, dumb, greedy people. So I put greedy in there twice. Mm-hmm. Greedy, dumb, greedy people. I have no tolerance for that. We've got strict rules at federal injury centers that doesn't happen. Look, 86% of people back at work. What's that about? Well, it's about your best interest. That's what we want to do, is whatever's best for you. But yeah, that happened. So if you're in Memphis, you can go see Dr. Wooten because he ain't breaking the law. Guaranteed. We got an office in Memphis.
So that wasn't even what I was trying to tell him to talk about.
Yeah, that's what it made me think of. Go ahead.
So the question was, the person called and said, well, that's a chiropractic office I called. And they called the claims examiner saying they were going to do change of treating physician and said, well, it's a and they gave the name and it says it's a chiropractic clinic. And I said, the person said, well, we were told we can't go to chiropractors. And so the claims examiner said the same thing. And yes, Chris says that as one of the top doctors that you do not go to chiropractors to get your claim accepted. Now you can answer the question. Yeah, you can go to chiropractors. Our chiropractors have medical doctors, nurse practitioners, and PAs working for them. So going to a chiropractic office is not a big deal. But if you think a chiropractor alone is going to get a claim accepted, think again, it never will. It's just the rules. But that's why if you come to one of our chiropractic offices, it's not a big deal because we have medical there too, and you'll get your claim accepted. Just like Columbus, Ohio, 86% already, 14% in process. All right, so I got a couple of questions here. Okay. Cynthia said, can you share who the doctor in St. Louis? I'm sorry, I can't. I can't share who the doctor is because the doctor is not committed, and I don't want to put him on the spot, but I can tell you he's a great dude, and I believe in this guy, so I'm pulling for him. Kim said, if you have to travel, it's worth it. I travel 7 hours once a year. Chris and Gini's offices are amazing. Aw, thanks so much, Kim. Appreciate that. Damon said, how long does it take to receive a schedule award for rotator cuff surgery? Injured in February of 22, submitted schedule award paperwork on July 17th. It usually takes some time, but you can always call your claims examiner. You can write a letter to your claims examiner. You can leave a voicemail for the claims examiner and ask what the status is. That's my recommendation. And Mary. Oh. I can read them now. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm done. I'm back, folks. All right. Well, I've read them all, so we're all caught up. You did Damon Weber, right? Yeah, we're all set. Kim Vanderman, did you read hers? No. Can I retire from the post office and still receive my comp every month?
Yeah, I read that one.
Oh, you did, okay.
The answer was no.
Charles Stowers. That's like when they say blowers instead of blowers. So I'm not trying to butcher your last name. He says, can I retire while I have a case open and still going to the doctor with a concussion?
You absolutely can. As long as you've already got your case reported, you can retire. But if you wait till after you retire, you're going to struggle with that.
And he also said, and what are the odds of getting a schedule award for this type of injury?
I don't believe there's a schedule award for the brain. There's a chart that gives you body parts. And so I think it would have to cause symptoms into your arms and legs. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, down your extremity.
It would have to cause problems into other body parts.
We don't know why it's that way.
It's ridiculous.
That's
why is the
law.
spine not covered either?
It's the law in the book, so they just follow it. Cynthia said, "Can you?" Oh, you did that one.
I've done them all. I'm good. I'm batting 1,000. I've hit everybody.
Kim said Federal Injury Centers rocks.
Yeah, we do.
Did you read? How long does it take to receive a schedule award for rotator cuff surgery? Injured February. Oh, you did?
Welcome back.
Okay. Mary says, "What did you?" Okay, that's it for now.
So I told her I read them all, but she didn't believe me. This is how it goes. Yeah, they're all done. So what else you guys got?
That's it?
That's it?
You 43 people and 108 shares on social media. That's all you got for us? Wow.
Come on. Let's go.
108 shares at 108 different union pages I share. And no, there's only this many of you.
Yeah, she shares on those pages, which is great, but you can do that same thing. So we'd really appreciate it if you would share to your friends, your coworkers, and your friends who are coworkers, and let them know that we're here doing this, or just remind them. If you're on the West Coast, you're probably just getting off of work, or maybe on your commute home, so that's going to be tough. But over there, you're able to watch us on replay because we don't delete these. For that.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to be posting a video tonight on my personal page. If you guys want to go check it out, Chris was working late last night finishing some things up for our convention, and I got a gizmo at the end of the bed snoring so loud.
Wasn't me.
And if you can hear him now, he's sitting right below me. He is snoring, and it sounds like a human being.
We're going to have to put a microphone near him so you all can hear it.
It's
just
hilarious. All right, what we got here? Let's see. Where's all my LinkedIn peeps? Can we talk to each other while we are together about our cases? Just get some hints on next move.
Hold on. Right before that, Kim said, you just said he could retire and still get comp, but told me I couldn't. I'm confused. Okay, I understand why you're confused. You can retire and still get treatment. You have lifetime medical benefits, so you can still get treatment. But once you're retired, you can't get paid to be out of work because you're retired. So I could have explained that better, but I meant you can still get workers' comp after retirement, but they're not going to pay you after you're retired.
Mary, you said, can we talk to each other while we are together about our cases? Just get some hints on the next move.
Of course.
Yes, you can.
Why not?
Federal Injury Centers of Greenville, South Carolina says, hello, I'm sorry I'm late. Wendy, if that's you, it's okay.
So that's another office that I'm really, really proud of.
Yes.
They are getting cases accepted at this same high rate as Columbus. And, it's so great to see. And one thing they have in common, the Greenville, South Carolina, and the Columbus, Ohio office have in common, is they got pictures all over social media with their patients holding a sign that says Federal Injury Centers got my claim approved. And let me tell you something, nothing is more gratifying to me than seeing those approved claims pictures. That's one of the things that we're trying to get all the franchise offices to do, is let you know through your friends who got their claims accepted that we're here helping. Because too many of you just have no clue. You have no idea that there's somebody that knows how to do this in your area. And so we put these pictures out because a picture tells 1,000 words. And so this picture is somebody that was a patient who got their claim accepted.
Yep.
And Greenville, South Carolina.
Every day I get pictures.
And just like Columbus, they're just absolutely crushing it. And, we incidentally are going to be seeing both of them tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that. I love my franchise offices that just, kick ass for a living. And these two do it. I said ass.
Mary says, not Mary. Kim said, I have permanent nerve damage. And then, okay, she said she has permanent nerve damage, something that you asked.
Yeah, you'll be able to get treatment forever on that if it's needed. Thank God. But it'd be better not to have the nerve damage for sure.
Mr. Youssef, how are you?
What's up?
I have an injury since October 2020. I'm getting an $18.30 every month. Is there a way I can get paid more than that?
Well, for OWCP payment? Read the first part of the sentence.
Said, I have an injury since October 2020. I'm getting $18.30 every month. Is there any way I can get paid more than that?
So you can't. The problem with pay is they lock you in at your injury pay rate. So whatever you were getting paid on the date of injury, unless, let's say that you get back to work, and I think it's like 6 months you're back full duty, they'll raise it up. But for right now, you're going to keep getting paid at the rate you were at when you got hurt. There's just no way to get more, unfortunately.
Angela, if you are approaching 65, can you still get workers' compensation?
Oh, come on. If you're approaching 85, you can get work comp. It doesn't matter. Federal employees have fantastic benefits. And the only criteria for getting work comp benefits is that your injury is legit and you report it within the required 3-year period. That's it.
I have to say, between Wendy and Dixie and Tiffany for case managers, not knocking the rest of them, but these girls are on fire.
Yeah.
Posting pictures, sending me pictures, posting it on their Facebook pages. It's so awesome. And I mean, South Carolina, like, remember that week they had like 13 new claims accepted?
Yeah,
I posted them all. So everyone's doing a great job. Kim said, when are you coming to New York, maybe around Syracuse?
As soon as humanly possible. We work at the speed of doctors saying yes to us, and we've made it very easy for docs to say yes, and still they find ways to say no. Unlike Keith Glasser in Portland, who was saying yes before I got the sentence out. So, we like fired up people like him, and all of our franchisees now are those, but we struggle. Like, for every one that we have 100 that says no to us.
Yeah.
But we are heavily recruiting right now. We're doing the best we can. We're bringing in as many doctors as we can. In this period of time that we're traveling, she's already got me booked on 4 people?
7.
7 doctors that I have to talk to.
Yeah.
That I want to talk to. Don't get me wrong. In the middle of all the travel that we do as well. And our partner Joe, everyone give Joe some love. He had back surgery, and he's been in and out of the hospital since because there was a problem with the surgery. He's going to be okay, but it's caused us to, I think, slow down just a little bit in the recruitment area. But Joe's a gamer, so as soon as he's able to be upright, he will be.
Joe, if you're watching, we love you. We're going to miss you tomorrow and this whole week because you're I'm your shadow, so you're not going to be here. I don't know who I'm going to follow around.
It won't be me.
It won't be Chris. Yeah. Jill said, I was injured on 6/22. My case has been accepted. Congratulations. Our new contract stated we are going to get a raise that was due to us from the previous year. Unfortunately, it was not paid out until after I was on OWCP. Is there any way to get that raise being that should have been paid the year before?
I don't know. I don't like to say I don't know, but that's a union question. You're going to have to go talk to them about that. Anytime you're up for a raise, I think when you're out of work for a work injury, they're going to lock you in, to your pre-injury rate until you're back to work full duty. So I think that's the case here too.
Yeah.
Can I read this one? Leanne Griffin.
I didn't see that one. But
it's down a little bit.
Okay. Well, can we go in order?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Crystal said, what happens if OWCP had ruled that you're at MMI based on a second opinion ordered by them, but you're seeing a new treating doctor who disagrees?
Well, your new treating doctor's got to write a fantastic narrative report explaining why that doctor disagrees and give great medical detail as to why the second opinion doctor is wrong. That can work. What'll happen is they may send it to a referee doctor, but that's not all bad either. What you want to have is your medical doctor, your treating physician, go to bat for you in the strongest way possible.
Christine Young. Christine, you joined the chat. If you saw me, I was actually messaging her and told her to come over to the chat. So this is a good question. I like when you guys ask your questions here because everybody else gets to see the questions. And there are people that have the same questions. Yeah. So this is why we tell you, come on chats and ask it. She said, I was just wondering, how do you get reimbursed for your travel?
How do we get reimbursed for travel?
No, them.
Oh, I was like, I want to.
No, them.
So there's a form called an OWCP 957. You can find any form we discuss at federalinjurycenters.com and just click on the Forms tab. But you fill that form out and you just attach the proper documentation and send that in. If it's more than 100 miles round trip, they're not going to pay you though. So call your claims examiner before making that trip and ask if you can get pre-approval.
Victor, give me a minute. I'm going to go to Chris's page and read your question. But Angela Evans said, I was told at 65 I had to get on Medicare. So this means I have to give up workers' compensation?
You don't have to get on. Okay, you may need Medicare for your health insurance, but that has nothing to do with work comp. Nothing at all to do with work comp. Like you may be on like a federal Blue Cross plan, and the federal Blue Cross policy says at 65 you've got to switch to Medicare. That's about health insurance. That has nothing to do with work comp. You're all set on work comp.
If you have any more, you can go ahead. I'm going to go.
I can't see it now, so read the
Here,
Leanne Griffin one.
Leanne, I don't have a Leanne Griffin one yet.
Okay, so I want to read this because I know her.
Okay.
Where'd she go? Okay, so check this out. So there's this woman named Leanne Griffin, who I know. I wonder, Leanne, if you remember me. She says, hello, I'm a doctor, and I have written many impairment rating reports, and I was able to get schedule awards approved for conditions other than extremities, i.e. lung conditions. Has that changed? No, it hasn't changed. I was just saying that there's no place on the schedule award chart for the brain. The lung is on the chart, though. So, yeah, you can definitely get it there. Dr. Griffin and I used to work together in Texas, and her and Jennifer are really good friends. So, hello, Dr. Griffin. I bet right now she's going, holy crap, that's Chris Helms.
Victor said, I can't wait to see you guys in Ocala. We can't wait to see you either. Get the shots ready. Okay. Tim from DC, Maryland, and Virginia just hit 237 approved claims. We are excited to keep helping Maryland, Virginia, and DC. Call them for any help. That is awesome.
Let me tell you what's significant about Tim's 237 approved claims. He doesn't have a single deny claim.
That's the thing.
Not a single deny claim.
Yeah.
Let that set in. And by the way, DC, Virginia, Maryland, I've heard rumors that there are federal employees who work in the DC area. I think there's a few. If you're injured and you're not going to federal injury centers, I'm not sure what your deal is. But
Yeah, there's a big Pentagon-y thingy.
that's over there too. I don't know what you're doing because, 100% claims acceptance rate, I challenge you to beat that. It's impossible because 100% is the best ever.
Okay, I'm going to read Victor's question. I have a union member that I represent from one of my post offices that her OWCP after 3 years was disapproved and she doesn't want to go back to work. Now she's been AWOL and can lose her job.
Jeez. There wasn't a question in there.
Maybe he meant to say now she's AWOL, can she lose her job?
Okay, so anytime you ask me a can or can't question, my answer is yeah, you can. It doesn't make it right or legal or ethical. But somebody can lose their job, but that's what unions are for. That's why we're such big proponents of you being part of your union, because somebody's got to fight for you. I can't go to your agency and chew out your supervisor, although I want to, although your supervisor as a manager is not qualified to carry my bags around into the bathroom. I'd love to be able to, but no, you need your union.
Okay, we have.
So I'm going to read another one. This is really fun. So Jennifer works with federal injury centers, right? Jennifer is our head case manager, our head trainer. And Jennifer she's recruiting case managers so that around federal injury centers around the country, we have really strong case managers. And so Jennifer Sprague said, you guys are awesome. And wait, that's not her. That's not the message I was wanting. Don't say no. Where'd it go?
That's from the Frederick office.
No, there's another one. Leanne said she remembers. Yeah, Jennifer Sprague said, Chris, you hired me back in 2014 in Texas. See, I know people that work for me in Texas, all right? And nice to be part of the team. Yeah, that's really fun. I love that. Glad to have you.
Did you read Miss Linda Scott? I traveled 200 miles to the only office in my state.
I don't think so. Go ahead.
Okay. Melinda Scott said, I traveled 200 miles to the only office in my state. I've submitted for my mileage. I keep getting the response back stating no evidence that my travel was for a doctor's visit.
So that's not hard to prove. All you got to do is get the doctor to sign a document saying that you were there. In fact, if you go to breakingowcp.com, where you can also buy my PDF downloads of my books, I've got a tab called free downloads, and there's a form on there where your doctor can sign proving that you were there. So go ahead and get that, because doctors don't know what to do. So I made a form for them so they don't have to, make stuff up. So that's what you want to do. So grab that, have your doctor sign off on it, and that'll prove that you were there.
All right. Nicole, these are two different questions. So I'm going to ask one at a time. I'm going to read them one at a time. So it's Nicole Dawson. I'm back working full duty. I have a back injury with numbness and radiating pain in the right leg and foot, but can't get a schedule award. Why can't you get a schedule award is my first question to you.
Well, there's only a couple of reasons why. One, the case isn't accepted. Two, you're not an MI. Or three, your doctor doesn't know how to do impairment ratings.
Okay. Then she said, what is COP and how does that help me?
Well, COP is continuation of pay. It probably doesn't help you now. When was her? Did she say when she got hurt?
No.
It probably doesn't help you now. In order to get continuation of pay, which is good for up to 45 days of time off, you've got to report a CA1 injury within 30 days of the injury. And then once the claim is accepted, COP is over anyways, or when 45 calendar days is up. So if 45 days has passed since your date of injury, your COP doesn't help you no matter what, unfortunately.
Mary said, what will happen to your case if you won't get better? Is the retirement is your only option? I'm so lost. I won't get better. I don't think I'm going to be able to be a rural carrier is my next option. I will not have another injury again, and I have all these bad experiences.
I mean, I can't imagine something where you couldn't get better, but I'm not a doctor. But let's just say hypothetically you can never get better. You can never go back to that job. You can change jobs within your agency. You can change jobs within the federal workforce, to another agency. You can always change jobs. Like, let's say somebody goes and they can work for Social Security and they sit at a desk all day long. Maybe you could do something like that. But if you can't do any of that, then federal disability allows you to get 60% of your income, which sucks, on year one, and by year two, it's 40%. But you can also get a non-federal job and make up to 80% of your previous income at the same time. So by year two, technically, you can make 120% or 20% more than you were making before you got hurt. So the options are not all the way terrible if you understand how to use them.
I'm sorry you guys are seeing everything backwards. We're using a different laptop today, so hopefully next week it'll be reversed. Sorry about that.
It's not the laptop.
Kim said, I go south every winter, so if COM says they need another doctor report, can I go there in South Carolina instead of Quincy? I can't do the winters anymore. It's making it worse. I'll switch with you because I can't do summer.
Yeah, you can, and the reason that works is because the South Carolina and the Quincy office can communicate. We had somebody today that was complaining that one of our offices could not write a narrative report on time off of work prior to the person coming to one of our offices. In other words, that decision was made by another doctor. So our doctors can't reasonably make a decision or write a narrative on what some other doctor decided. But when they're all federal injury doctors, they can talk to each other. So I think we can make that work for you.
Jennifer Sprock said, Chris, you hired me back in 2014 in Texas.
I read that.
Kim said, will they be able to see my records from Quincy?
Yeah, we can. Don't worry about that. Well, they won't be able to see the records, but the records can be sent to us, right? So it's no problem.
I love it. The OKC office is answering questions. Great. Joshua said, I'm having shoulder issue. Where do I start with talking about it?
Ask your question. I mean, if you're having shoulder injuries,
yeah,
okay.
It is going to be something new for him to file.
So
he needs a new process.
So either you got to figure out how it happened. Did it happen in a single shift, or did it happen over 2 or more shifts? Like, did it develop over time, or was there an incident? Like you felt a pop, right? If it happened in a single shift, it's a CA1. If it happened over time, it's a CA2.
Yes.
And you go to ecomp.dol.gov. You create an account, which is super simple. And then you go and you fill out the proper form, whether a CA1 or 2. But don't forget to notify your supervisor. You've got to let them know that you're hurt. And then you go and you fill out your CA1 or 2 on ecomp. If you need some help with that, we are more than happy to help you. We know it's confusing. you can go to Facebook Messenger if you're on Facebook, and send us a message, and we'll get somebody to help you out.
Or you can give us a call at 877-787-OWCP. Those, when you guys are calling that 877 number, that's my cell phone. So you're gonna get me no matter what. Victor said, where can an employee get a copy of reasonable accommodation form?
I mean, so we don't have that as an OWCP form on our website, so you'd have to go to your agency site to get that form.
And APWU normally has almost every form.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you couldn't just get it right from the union, Victor.
Can we? Yeah, considering you're a steward. Is it something that we could put on our site?
I mean, yeah, if somebody sends me the form, I can, as a PDF, I can put it on our site.
Yeah.
I'm happy to help.
Nicole said, thank you for that COP info. My injury is very old, 2019. I'm now getting seen in the Charlotte, North Carolina, but the travel time is killing me. 2.5 hours driving with a busted back and numb leg and foot is not cool.
No, I can't even imagine. That sounds awful.
Victor said, sorry to ask. No, don't be sorry.
No, that's okay, Victor.
No,
I was just messing with you.
That's good. That's good. Because, like, look at that. You asked where the form is. And if anybody else can find the form, we will definitely put it up on our, on the website and have it on Breaking OWCP free forms. Nina, how are you? Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Nina's in our Texas offices.
When the time comes for a federal employee, is it best to file for OPM disability or Social Security disability? Which pays the employee more?
It's better for the employee to get back to work. With that said, to get OPM, which is federal disability, you are required to file for Social Security. Which one pays more? I don't know, okay? Because I've never been on Social Security, but I don't think it pays more because OPM pays 60% the first year, 40% the second year. And I don't believe Social Security pays 40%, but I don't know. But my gut feeling is OPM. We could ask. You could ask Eric.
Yeah, Nina,
We'll ask that question.
Tomorrow you can ask him. He's going to be here tomorrow.
Oh yeah, hey, when you're here in Clearwater, Eric will be here. Be sure you ask him that question, Nina, and let me know the answer. But my gut feeling is OPM pays more.
Let's see. Let me go back. I'm just switching through pages.
You know, they want you to file for Social Security, and my gut feeling is that's because they want to offset benefits and whatever. But I think OPM pays more. I just think it.
Okay, so that's.
Kim says OPM pays more too, so I got a second from Kim, so that's that.
Oh, there we go. All right, what other questions? And then Kim said, "Oh yeah, okay, you just read it. You have to wait."
I can't. It's
so
too
it
fast.
Pops up
it's right there.
Screen. You stop looking upstairs.
I don't know when it pops on your screen. You see that screen over there? Even if I could see it, she's got that screen protector that you can't see from the side. Even if I was on top of that screen, I couldn't see it. She'll show me stuff. She'll be like, hey, what does this say? I don't know. I can't see your screen.
Okay,
I could guess.
What else? What else while we twiddle our thumbs waiting for questions? And yes, I have a blanket on because it's freezing in this office. Replying to Nina. Here we go. Both of you are too young to apply for Social Security.
Tell me about it, Victor.
Mary said 60% and 40%. What pay they will base the pay?
They base it on 60 or 40% of your previous income as a federal employee. So, excuse me, let's say you were making, I don't know, $5,000 a month. Well, they base it on that $5,000. Like if your pay was $5,000 a month, they'll say, well, for the first year you get $3,000, and for the second year you get $2,000 because that's 60%, 40%.
That's it so far.
Well, all right, folks. This is awesome. You're not making me work very hard today. If you're playing Stump the Chump, you got to hit me with a lot more questions than that.
Yeah, Stump the Chump. Let me just let you guys know, we're coming up to our last quarter of the year, September, October, November, December. We are going to be extremely busy. Normally we stop working in November because we start taking our brain to re-go again, and then we go on vacation January, February, back home to Utah. But this year we will be traveling into December, as a bunch of unions have asked us to travel to, let's see, Washington, California, Iowa. We can't wait to come to Iowa.
One of the Field of Dreams.
Yeah. Hey, can you click that right there so I can continue? That little button. So we have a lot of conventions coming up. A lot of them are actually BOP conventions and APW conventions coming up. So we're super excited that we're going to be doing that, and so we're not upset with working into the
No, it's a lot of fun.
holidays.
It's a lot of fun, especially the BOP events.
Lindsay says, what happens if you file a claim and then you quit your government job? Is your claim affected at all?
No, you're able to still get help because at that government job you got hurt. So you'll still be able to get help.
Victor said, when are you guys arriving to Ocala for September for the APW? I think I'll talk to you after, but I thought it was from like Wednesday to Friday. But if anything, we can always go Tuesday. I already booked the hotel, so no big deal. I could just add another night. So just message me after and let me know what day you want us to be there. Black Butterfly.
What's up?
She said, who does impairment rating? So for anybody that's looking for impairment ratings, just please message me directly. I will get you connected to Eric Blowers because there's a lot of doctors that say they do it and then they don't.
Yeah.
But Eric knows them, and he's not going to give you the information. So please don't call and say, can I get your schedule award doctor? He's not going to do that. So I'm just putting that out there. So once you give him a call, they will put a packet together and ask you a ton of questions and then get you over to where they normally send their clients to.
But the thorough answer of that question is your doctor does it, or a doctor. You'll have to Google OWCP schedule award doctor, and it's very likely you'll have to fly to a different state.
Yeah. Mary said, have a good night, folks. Thank you for all the answered questions. I'm glad you guys are always there for all of us. God be with you always. Aw, Mary,
thanks very much.
Thank you. Maria, hello from Connecticut.
What's up?
Kim and Angela, when are you going to come to South Carolina? Well,
not soon enough.
Let's see. We're going to talk to the Mills tomorrow and Wendy. So we'll find out if they're planning anything. Normally when they do open houses, we'll come. But at this current moment, no one's invited us to South Carolina. I do have a few prospects in South Carolina for BOP, but that's about it, that want us to come. So we'll let you know. But when we go to an agency and it's just for that agency, unfortunately, we can't have anybody else come into their union training. So sorry about that. But we will come to South Carolina as soon as we can.
I've been to Greenville, South Carolina several times, actually. Before starting this company, I was a healthcare consultant, and one of my doctor clients was in Greenville, South Carolina, of course. So I've been there a lot of times. I like it there.
Ms. Wiseman, my case manager called saying something needed to be signed and left her number and told me I could text for faster response. I called twice, text twice. It's been 2 months now, still nothing from her. What now? Ms. Wiseman, if that is any of our offices.
No, it's a nurse case manager.
Huh?
So,
nurse case manager, oh.
That's what she's talking about. Call your claims examiner and leave a voicemail there and say, I can't get a hold of my nurse case manager. The claims examiners care about that because the nurse case manager's job is to facilitate you getting back to work. And so the claims examiner will probably get right on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, Maria, our screen is in reverse. I know.
I don't know what that's about.
It's the camera, because on the other laptop, I switched it to mirror the other way, and you didn't do it here. So sorry. We have to use another laptop because all of a sudden.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah. That's all backwards. Laredith. Yeah. Laredith. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my other laptop that we normally use, it died.
As he was trying to get it all set up, I was like,
I just bought the laptop, so I'm going to take it to the Geek Squad at Best Buy. They'll probably fix it, but hopefully it's under warranty too. I don't know what the heck is going on with my stuff here.
Victor said, anytime soon opening an office in Orlando. Victor, we heard your voice, and yes, we are. We should be opening no later than end of October, November. I'm saying this, I don't know for sure, but we will find out from the doctors tomorrow because they'll all be here to answer those questions from us.
2 of our franchisees are partnering up.
Yes.
And they're opening up an Orlando office together.
I think 2 of them, That's
what I said.
Yeah, 2 offices, so.
Oh, yeah. No, 2 franchisees, 1 office.
Yeah. Wendy said September 20th, 22nd is our patient. Please come. Unfortunately, Wendy, we have to go to APW. When we have unions ask us to come do their training, we kind of put that as priority. And then, the office is second, unfortunately. But yeah, we have been booked for this Florida APW fall booster since the last spring booster. So when
And I love doing OWCP training.
yeah, so when they ask us to, normally this is what happens is from the last day that we're normally there at the training, they wind up locking us in for their next one. So I'm so sorry.
Just like we're in Dallas and we got hooked up with like how many different states?
6.
So we said, okay, we never say no.
Yeah.
The only way I'd say no is if we're already doing another union event at that same day.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
Kim said, won't be there until October 6th. Wish I could be there.
That's too bad.
Yeah, we won't be in there. Yeah, because she's talking about, asking if we're gonna come. Yeah, we won't be there, so we're sorry, Kim. Angela said, thank you both for an awesome information. Most federal employees do not know. Enjoy the end of summer from Richmond, Virginia.
All right, Richmond, Virginia. You know, we got an
Yes.
office there.
Yes, we do.
I don't want you to want it, or I don't want you to need it, but we have an office there.
So let's see. I know Chris did some housekeeping and you guys weren't really on, so we just finished our BOP week convention. It was awesome. About 500 BOP girls and guys there, and it's always great making friends and to listen to the stories that they're telling us about what goes on.
Some of the stories are unreal. You can't even believe.
You can't believe it, but it's true.
Like you've seen on TV, like Criminal Minds crap. It's like unreal, the stuff that, oh man, I don't know how people do that job. You got to really, really be a strong person.
Wendy said, y'all come anytime you can. You're always welcome in our office. We play you guys every day in our PT room. So in a sense, you're always with us. Aw.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Maria said, have you guys had any Camp Lejeune cases?
Camp Lejeune.
Lejeune come from Trough or handle that?
No, but I mean, well, we haven't, but if there were any civilian employees on that base that have that problem, we would help them with it for sure, 100%.
Yeah. Well, you go over some of the.
Well, that's kind of it.
Because
we've answered all the questions. I'm really happy that you were all here. It was fun seeing some people from the past that are working with us again. I love that too. You know, what we're trying to do and what Jennifer especially is trying to do is build a network of people that are just OWCP powerhouse experts. And that's happening. And, you know, if you're a federal employee and if you're here watching this and you're not a federal employee, you've got a sickness because this is work comp for federal people. It ain't entertainment unless you're watching Gini.
Oh boy. Jennifer said, does the
She for
union
sure
help?
didn't hear anything I just said.
Yeah, I heard. Does the union help employees that are non-paying dues? Jen, no. From what we know, they don't help.
No, they do.
No.
They do.
Tanyel, the AFGDBA doesn't.
All right, well, we don't speak for unions. That's the better answer.
Yeah.
But I know lots of unions say that they do some work for non-dues paying employees.
But they can still be seen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they can still file their claim.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Oh, Sandy Colgan, lease approved.
Sandy.
8560 Southeastern. Guys, that is Federal Injury Centers of Las Vegas.
So that'll be our newest franchise office in Las Vegas, Nevada. Dr. Colgan and his wife, Sandy.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yay. Awesome, guys.
It's nice to get that information when we're here with you.
Yeah.
So if you're in Nevada, you now have a single office, and it's better than 0 offices that are willing to help you. We will get them signed up and trained as soon as humanly possible.
Yeah, they're very quick learners, so they will do a great job.
See, Victor says, unfortunately, we have to represent non-members in Florida. We are a right-to-work state. So, a lot of unions do represent non-members. If you come to Federal Injury Centers, we can help you with a lot of things, but inside the agency, you need to be a member of the union. So I strongly recommend getting involved with your union because there's just things I can't do. Look, your supervisors, like I said, they can't carry my bags around, but I can't go in your office and say anything. I can't do anything in there. I can tell you what to do and you can go do it, but I recommend being part of your union because you need somebody in your corner.
Yeah. Kim said, by the way, happy anniversary. It looked amazing. Thank you.
It was.
Crystal said, shout out to the Charlotte, North Carolina location where I recently started going. I hate the 3-hour drive I have to make to get there, but the staff and treatment make the drive worth it. Well, that's really sweet. I get chills.
I think I saw today they've had like 235 approved claims already. So, and that's just scratching the surface. Everybody in Charlotte's got to start passing the word around that we're there. I don't know why you go other places where the odds of getting a claim accepted are like worse than playing roulette. Like, why would you do that? You know, in roulette, you got a 1 out of 36 or 37 odds of hitting. And, you know, I don't know what that is, but it's a low percentage. Why would you play roulette with your life? Like, come to Federal Injury Centers. We'll get your claim approved.
Yeah. Kevin Andrews said, I might have to visit that office location. I know we've been talking about that the last time.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I'll come with you. I'm going to be there too.
Angela said, join your local union, people.
Yeah.
There is a national office. Yes.
You know, it's funny. We get people on here sometimes like, oh, look at you. You're just carrying water for the union. No, look, I'm carrying water for you. I know what you need, okay? Because I talk to thousands of people every year, tens of thousands. And what you need is somebody in your corner because you're up against it, okay? So that's why I say join the union, because you need people in your corner. You've got to have somebody that'll come out swinging. And then somebody will inevitably come out and say, well, my union doesn't care. I disagree, okay? I'm not saying that there aren't people in all walks of life that don't care. Not Federal Injury Centers, but in a lot of places, there's people that don't care. But in your unions, there's more people that do care than those that don't. So I strongly recommend getting involved, because getting slapped around by management is unacceptable and you shouldn't allow it.
Yeah, so just a recap. For the month of September, we will be from the 20th through the 22nd, or the 19th through the 22nd, over in Ocala for APW. Those of you that do attend, swing by our table. We have some amazing stuff to give you guys personally. And that's pretty much it for September. So we're happy that we don't have to be in a plane. We were just talking about that today. I think out of all the people in the world, we probably fly so much. We fly like 3 weeks out of the month. We're probably home for 1 week, and it's like split up because, you know, but next year is going to be even crazier between APW and BOP and
Other AFGE.
and AFGE and the mail handlers. So we are on a tight schedule next
And I
year.
do want to say this to the NALC and to the NRLCA, the Rural Letter Carriers. We're still available to help you. We still love you. We love you so much. And we love all the carriers. We have great friends who are carriers. We have great friends who are carrier presidents and other union reps. And so we're still available for you. Victor said APW, we do care. I know you do.
Yeah,
and Victor, I'm not just saying it because you and I are friends, but like seriously, I know that because APW cares more about their people than imaginable, I should say. They are the first union to always reach out to us and say, come teach. And they've got a great OWCP guy, like who knows his stuff.
Yeah, he's cool.
And they still invite us out and do things. And so they should be commended. Like they all deserve a big pat on the back because they really care about their members not getting hurt at work and not getting screwed over when they do. So the APW is huge. They're awesome. And the same goes for AFGE. They are from top to bottom, from the national office all the way down to the locals. They are supportive of Federal Injury Centers, which means they're supportive of their members. And I think that's fantastic. You know, we just want to get out there and support the unions. And we do that by helping the members get approved claims so they can get back to work and retire, you know? And if anybody's mad at that, man, I can't help you.
Yeah.
I can't help.
And the mail handlers as well. We love the mail handlers.
Yeah, you know, we haven't seen mail handlers in a while, but it's nothing wrong. Like we just, you know, it's just that's how it's been. But we're available, especially in Alabama.
Yeah, that's why.
Especially.
Oh, and we actually will be. Let me correct myself. We will actually be in Alabama doing a Person Gini's Sip and Socializing
In Montgomery, right?
in Montgomery, Alabama on September 28th. It'll be hosted by Dr. Donovan Harper. So you guys saw me, I put the flyer out. If you are a union leader, if you're a entrepreneur or business, anything to do with business, please come out, come say hey. And those of you members of any agency and any craft, you are welcome to come by as well. Come see us. And we'll have some goodies for you guys there too that they'll tug along if our bags don't get misplaced.
So one of the questions, and I want to deal with it. I'm not a union person. I've never been in a union. I've not been a federal employee. I just help federal employees. But the question is, So only if you pay, you get better results. Look, I know that's a cynical way to look at it, but unions are there to help their members, and they also help other people that aren't members. So just know that their existence is there to help the people that do pay their dues. And when you think of it like that, I mean, they're there to help the people who are involved. Like, that's their whole purpose. So I wouldn't be that mad that you're going to get better help if you dues paying members, because it's a union that is all about its members. And I would encourage you to look at it a little different way.
I mean, we always say it too when we go out to these events. Like, we want to sign up to be a member because you guys have so many benefits.
I want to be an honorary member.
Yeah, you guys have so many benefits, and we're like, this is cool. We were at the TSA in St. Louis, and they were talking about their benefits, and I'm like, oh, it was like pet insurance or something like that. I'm like, I could get pet insurance. Like, there's so many benefits to all these different unions. You should really take a look at it. And the people behind it, I mean, you're going to get your good and bad, but I mean, most of it is good. And I mean, they seem to enjoy it.
Pet insurance is cool, but the best benefit is having somebody in your corner when the
Yes.
supervisor trying to screw you over. That's pretty decent benefit.
Last minute of the hour, folks, on Q&A. You ask, we answer. Anybody have any more questions before we sign off? Victor said, not really, but that's why we have a union. Thanks to unions, we have so many benefits.
Well, yeah.
Oh, he was responding to Ms. Butterfly. Okay.
But hey, that's a legit question. I mean, people want to know, like, well, why don't I get the same help if I'm not a union member? That's a legitimate question. And it's because the unions are there to serve its members, and they are by some state laws required to help everyone else too. And that's fine, whatever. I like to help everybody, I love it. I know, I say she's not mad.
This is what I was told to the people that get hurt. Oh.
Yeah.
So on that point.
Oh, I get it.
No matter if you're a union member or not, you can still file a claim. You can still be seen at any of our office or any other office.
And you can still come here any day of the week.
And the thing about Chris and I, if we have to refer you to a whole different what is the word, facility, a federal
like a competitor.
Yeah, a competitor. That's the word
we do it.
For. We've been doing it.
Good night, Kim. Thank you for being here.
Good night. But we will refer to the competitor because they need the help.
Unless we know that competitor is a piece of crap, and then we never would. But if we know the content of their character, so to speak, we're happy to send over to other people when there's somebody that's not in our area.
And there was a competitor at the BOP, and this girl sent 5. I was sitting right there. She sent 5 people over to federal injury centers. She didn't have to.
We can all cooperate too, and I think that's necessary for you. And so we just want to do what's in your best interest, not our best interest.
Certain leads come in, and if I get the chance to, I try to help as many people as I can and get you guys over to where we feel you'll get the care.
Yeah.
So we do refer out to the competitor when there is no clinic. So what else?
I think we got all the questions.
All right.
We've hit the hour, so we're going to go ahead and sign off. It was really great having you all here. Thank you.
Yes.
Remember to share and follow this page. Wherever you're at watching, hit the follow button, and then tell your friends, because we're helping people, and they need the help, and you know it because you're here, so you know it. So let people know we're here doing this. No strings attached. We just want to be able to be a great resource for your coworkers. And go to www.federalinjurycenters.com if you want to find location near you. And if you want the books, all of my books are on PDF now. I want you to download it to your phone and put Breaking OWCP in your pocket. Everyone's got their phone with them at all times. When your supervisor tries to hose you, you can pull the book out and you'll find the law, and the law will set you free. So www.breakingowcp.com. You can download all 4 of my books for a very low price. I highly recommend it. I wrote these things to help you, help yourself, especially the last book, 25 Things You Can Do to Win an OWCP. Everybody should have that. Somebody at the BOP told me that was the Bible of OWCP, which is very humbling. I didn't realize how important of a book that was going to be, but it is very important. So get that. www.breakingowcp.com. And just so you know, when you buy the book, there's a button right below at the final page. You think, yay, it's done. You got to hit the download button. And Andy added a button that says download, so you're not confused. So don't, because I get emails all the time saying, hey, I downloaded your book and I didn't get it. What the heck? And then I have to email it to you, which is fine. But the problem is, if you would have just clicked the download button, or just like hover your mouse over the name of the book, you'll see it's a hyperlink. So just do that, okay?
Real quick, I didn't even go on our YouTube. Let me just see. Oh, here we go.
No, they're all here too. I've seen those questions.
And the last thing that I was gonna say, we currently have 4,500 plus viewers watching.
Hallelujah. Look at everybody there.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
How cool is that?
That's amazing.
See that up there?
I see it.
Thank you guys for all hopping on. We will definitely see you guys next week. Yes, don't forget, mid-September sometime, we are gonna go over the famous topic that everybody loves. I mean, like, we blow up on this topic. We have everybody on here. Management, the rules, the laws. Woodshed night. The rules, laws, and regulations that they should be following, and then they don't.
One night, Gini goes, so it's woodshed night. We're gonna be bringing all the managers inside the woodshed. And I said, whoa, managers don't get to go inside the woodshed. We take them out back behind the woodshed. Inside the woodshed, that's where we got like vodka and bourbon and like music and stuff. We don't have a good time inside the woodshed. We don't bring the managers inside there. They don't belong in there.
It would be fun if we could find a woodshed and actually do the woodshed night there. That would be funny. Maybe we'll find a woodshed night. But Tanya, we will see you guys next week. Thank you. Don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe, and click here and click there on all our social
share and follow
medias.
and all that stuff. Yeah, please do that. Look, we don't make money off this page, so it's not. Some people are like, "Oh, I'm not going to follow. You're just monetizing." No, not even a little bit.
We don't.
We're just trying to help more people. So just share us, follow, let people know we're doing this. We've been doing this for almost 8 years now. We have helped tens of thousands of people solve problems that otherwise would not have been solved. So we'd like to help somebody else too. So just send people our way. Let us help out.
Yeah, I turned off the stars for this page because we don't want your money.
Yeah, we don't take a penny from anybody ever. That star thing, it kind of messes that up. So we turned it off.
Yeah. So if you're wondering why it's there because I don't put it there. Facebook puts it there because we reach X amount of viewers and followers. So when you've reached X amount of viewers and followers, you automatically start getting. You can be paid by Facebook, but
we don't want to be paid by
turn it
you.
off. So we don't need any money from anyone.
We don't want to be paid by you.
Yeah. With that said, guys, we will see you guys next week. Thank you for watching us tonight. Catch us every Wednesday on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and TikTok at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ciao.
Good night.